Welcome back to Shadowrun Returns Let's Play, and with my orc shaman, orc eagle shaman, and I am having a little bit of a difficulty in remembering where optional things are and taking actions that cut me out of extra rewards quite regularly now. I mean, I think the only one I got that was extra was this thing over here where I found the diary, and I didn't end up using it because I clicked the wrong dialogue choice. Oh well, we'll see. And apparently I have left Facebook on. We do have 9 karma though. You're about to transition to a new location. Continue? Yes. After hours. When you return to the Seamstresses Union in the early hours of the morning, it seems a completely different place. Bereft of the normal cloud that haunts it, the bar feels desolate, almost abandoned. It's eerie, like the back alley hallways of the hotels and shopping malls. But you finally have a break in your case, a sample of the Ripper's blood. You just need to find someone to help you analyze it. And that would be Dresden, Dr. Castle, and realistically, my character should be able to, except for she might not have the right spells. But she's mostly a conjurer. She could conjure a spirit to help her find it. Find someone who can analyze DNA evidence without its colorful staff, cast of regulars, and dang it, I did not read it in time. What? You're not Mr. Clean. Mrs. Kubota's in the back. You're the janitors, though. Hey, I just swept there. Here we go. What's in these sausages? Evening, ma'am. What's the word around town, Mr. Cluey? There's more talk of the Ripper killing. Some people are saying they're hate crimes on account of the victims all being human. What if I told you the prime suspects were an elf and a troll? Still doesn't mean the killings are racially motivated. People are just quick to label something a hate crime. Check the census. The city is still 66% human. Close your eyes, throw a rock, you're more than likely to hit a human. Doesn't make it a hate crime. Still a crime, though. That should be enough. This is the first real rise you've seen out of Mr. Cluey, but he reins himself in with the roll of his thick shoulders and smoothing his jacket. Don't worry, I'm not going to start throwing rocks. Wouldn't want to reinforce the stereotype. I'll leave you to your business. I like Mr. Cluey, he's cool. Ohio! Would you like some? She stops. Forgive me, oh my. You look like hell. Long night. She looks you over, noting the signs of your nocturnal activity. She nods. Any run you can walk away from is a good run. Helps when the other team doesn't walk away, no one to follow you. I can tell you've been busy, and I can see by the look on your face there's something you need. Is this about the Ripper? Yep. I found some DNA evidence and need help analyzing it. That is excellent. I will unlock the piano so you may go downstairs. I'm certain that in the safe house you will be able someone in the safe house will be able to help you if they are awake. It is likely that you will want to visit the Matrix before the day is done. May I take a sausage? Take the whole plate. You're about to transition to a new location. Yes, I want to continue. Why do I keep reading that? The digital world. You've been doing a lot of legwork on this job, but it's going to require a trip to cyberspace to track back the ID to the Ripper, the Matrix, the cybernetic analog of Inside the Grid, the whole worldwide computer network, a digital world, information brought to life inside cyberspace. Your avatar does all the work while your meat body's left behind. All around your avatar are pathways to other nodes filled with data, IC, counter-intrusion programs, and other jacked-in runners. Cyberspace has as many dangers as the meat world, and more. Locked doors, security countermeasures, and black ice that can fry a Decker's brain. Every movement you make in the Matrix can be tracked. If you aren't careful, get shocked out and your brain gets fuzzy for a bit. Get hit by an enemy Decker, and you can die. our recent Shadowrun game was an entirely magical, well, 3 magical and 1 resonance game. Our version of a Decker, our equivalent to a Decker, was a Technomancer. We had 2 Adepts, and we had a Shintoist, which is a separate tradition from Shaman or Mage. You get it from one of the extra books. But she did mostly conjuring like my Shaman here does. Mostly spirits, though. A lot of spirits. And at one point, our Technomancer got knocked unconscious by a lucky shot from an enemy Decker. And we couldn't jack her out because she didn't have implants. So our natural response was to level the warehouse we were hitting. I mean, we were just planning on sneaking in and sabotaging a street race car. But once it became, once our Technomancer was at risk, it became a matter of level the entire place and make sure nothing remains. We had a bunch of commercial explosives. We had a Berserker Troll Adept, and we had, I think that was Skype, and we had a Force 8 Air Spirit by the end of things. It was rather fun. I don't think there was anything left of that. It was a rather small warehouse, but there was nothing left of it. It was a nice little vacant lot after we were done. We did manage to sabotage the car, if you can call sabotage when it's scattered across the city. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and pause the fraps for a bit and go take care of some things. See you in a moment. I did not start the timer anyway. See you in a moment. Hello, welcome back. I went to have to take care of a couple things, including shutting down some programs. Let's see. I am currently looking at a fair amount of karma that I'm going to go ahead and, let's see, what do I want to improve? I am mostly a conjurer. Could do that. Okay. There we go. That'll be a useful one when I get to it. Okay, I'm going to confirm that. My charisma is rather ridiculous now. I'm at 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4. I'm actually becoming a quite good shaman within the limits of this video game. By the paper and pencil thing, this is crappy scores. But within this game, that's pretty cool. Okay. David Fry the Second. Morning. You look like you've been up all night. You look like you've seen some action, too. Where's Doc Castle? Asleep, I suppose. Do you need a med kit or something? I need someone to analyze a DNA sample. Huh. Doc Castle's equipment isn't really set up for that. He considers for a minute. However, I could employ a semiconductor chip. It could decode in DNA using a voltage change instead of light. That would eliminate the use of highly expensive equipment that would be required otherwise. He writes, I just read a journal about it, so the information's still fresh. Frankly, it should be easy. What do you think? What do you want to know about it? The owner's identity. Ah, that's beyond me. All I can get you is the gene code sequence. But that's where I come in. David, if you can give me that code sequence, I'm pretty sure we can track its owner down via Matrix Run. Will do! You let me have the DNA you want to test? Give Fry the blood sample. Good Thoth. When David gives me the sequence, I'll jack in and help you trace the blood sample back to its source. Thanks. If this works, I'll bring back more than just a sample. Whose blood is it? Could be the Emerald City Ripper. No Drek? Turns to Johnny excited. Wake up, Johnny boy. You've got work to do in Good Thoth. If you need any gear, I'll be right here. I'm not a decker. I just got a second wind. Meet you at my rig, Good Thoth. I got 2 more karma. Maximum for humans and elves, maximum for dwarves, maximum for orcs. I think I'm going to be okay. I do think I want to take pistol as my secondary and have the aim shot. Anything else I need here? No. I don't want a melee, so I'm not going to take the cheap test. I'll save the 1 karma. Hey, Van Dross. Was hoping to get some peace and quiet tonight. You got something for me? I've got a flight recorder. Wouldn't happen to be an Ares flight recorder, would it? Some very powerful buyers are looking for that right now. I can get rid of it for you, say 20%. That leaves 2,000 for you. Again, I don't have etiquette corporate, so it's going to be a deal. Pleasure doing business. When you deal with fixers, you know you're getting the raw end of the deal. But that's just the way of things. They have to make a living too. So this is going to be the Matrix. Let's see. Matrix, Johnny doesn't come with you on most of your runs, but here we go. Now that I think about it, thanks to the semiconductor-based gene sequencing system David employed, we should have the information needed to track the Ripper in the Matrix. Oh, techno babble stuff. I'm really impressed with his results, considering it was his first attempt. He was utilizing an unproven technique he read about in a science journal, and he was working from memory on a minimal sleep. That's great, Professor. Sounds fascinating. If there's time later, maybe you can tell me more about it. She's actually got 3 intelligence now. She's more intelligent than the average person, so that's actually... Yes, maybe we can sit down with David and he can share his research, but let's stay focused. Here's what I'm thinking. We hit the Lone Star DNA database first to see if our donor has a prior criminal record. They have extensive DNA archives. Then we go hunting based on what we find. Let's hit the decks, and jack into the Matrix. I can get into their private data pretty easily, but I've got to warn you. Once we're in, it could get a little rough. How much decking experience have you had? Take a look. Do you see any implants? You are aware there are machines that let people do interface without implants, correct? I have no experience. How's that? What now? I have a Trode net here. It's a headband you wear that lets you piggyback me in the Matrix. You'll see and hear everything I do. So the Trode net is what I was talking about when I was in my character's voice. It's just basically for this. It's just basically what they're giving you, the excuse they're giving you for why you get to see what Johnny does. The Matrix is so-so in this game. Okay, he's got a Rinraku Craftwork 1. He's got Killer level 1, Medic level 1, Suppression level 1, Sniffer level 1, and an Execute and an Attacker ESP, Expert System Program. That's kind of like an ESP. Your synapses light up as you connect your consciousness to the digital world. Although you aren't jacked in like Johnny, the sensation is overwhelming and electrifying. You can only imagine the way it feels for him. Okay, first thing I like to do is execute a program. I like having my minions on hand. ESPs are like summoned spirits, with except for you can't give them more action points. Oh, the arch will take you to a node. But they don't go out of control either. Okay. So, he looks like he's got it safe. Okay. Lone Star Data Store. There is ice there. White ice and white ice. Okay. What have I got here? We're going to do a sniffer on you, which we can apparently. Data store ahead is defended by intrusion countermeasures. There's a lot of it. White sentry ice. White ice. I think I'm going to want to use that sniffer now. And I'm going to... Oh, it looks like it's blocked. Oh, can't use it. Okay. There are some really nice improvements on the Dragonfall thing. Among those is that you can see the extent of what you can go a little bit better. Okay. It's still not. They're not active. Oh, I overwatched. That's neat. Okay, that was disturbing. Not medic. Where's the attack? Oh, I think I know what's... You cast Sniffer on your own self. Got it. Not on the enemy. There we go. That's one down. Ow. Okay. We're going to medic myself. And suppression reduces alarm state, which we don't have. Okay. Vulnerable. All incoming damage plus 25. This shouldn't be a problem. The IC is down. Let's see if there's a match for this fingerprint. Hack DNA database. 100% match. Silas Forsberg, deceased. Chop shop surgical assistant. Breaking and entering 2 counts. Public indecency 1 count. Brought in for questioning on accusations of unlicensed plastic surgery. No charges were filed. He's supposed to be deceased. 100% match to a dead man. Let's keep looking. Can't do there. Okay, you... Oh, it does let me do this. Okay, let's go there. See where that takes me. This is the way back. I have to be careful, I still have that vulnerable trait on me. Autopsy records. I went the right way. Okay, attack bot. Attack thing, go forward, please. Oh dear. Oh, there's one more. Okay. 99%. These things are not put into a safe space. Autopsy records. Subject was found overdosed on half a dozen different sedatives. Several anti-anxiety medications were also found in his system. Face was mutilated, possibly self-inflicted. Identity could not be confirmed immediately due to the disfigurement. Had to check dental records to confirm no next of kin. Large puncture wounds were found in several places on the body, possibly large bore surgical needles. Body had been decomposing for several weeks before the landlord noticed the smell and called the police when no one answered the door. This just keeps getting weirder. Not really. He had a someone to do his fall for him. I've got 2 more hits on the name Silas Forsberg. Okay. Now lost that vulnerable trait. We are no longer vulnerable. But we are getting attacked by bits. Sniffer, accuracy plus 15. You're going to go down first. There we go. What was that? I think that was just a glitch. Usenet archive. Up, line of sight blocked. You can't actually hack anything until all the ice is gone. You have to clear the ice before the thing will let you move. Okay, here we go. New. Return on subject, Silas Forsberg. The body of Silas Forsberg, a chop shop surgical assistant, was found in an apartment in Snohomish earlier this week. The body had been there for as long as a month when Forsberg's landlord noticed a rancid smell and contacted authorities. Lone Star representatives have issued a statement saying that Forsberg's death had been ruled a suicide. According to reports, his body was a mass of puncture wounds and the cause of death was determined to be an overdose of anti-stress medications and sedatives. That is a very strange suicide. The man's employer claims he was a dedicated employee, though he suffered from bouts of depression. Forsberg's next of kin could not be located, but the attorney appointed to his estate has located a will written weeks prior, leaving all of his belongings to a psychiatrist. The identity of the psychiatrist has not been released due to privacy concerns. Yet another sad end to a life as is far too common here in the sprawl. Now that might be something we can go on. Let's regroup in meat space for a bit. Okay, we are going. My timer's about to go off, so I'm going to cancel it. At 4 seconds to spare, we're going to leave. And I do not have to bring my ESP with me. It just shuts down when I leave because it's coming from the deck. So as soon as you jack out, it's no longer connected. So here's what we know. Our DNA evidence belongs to a dead man, whose death was never explained. He worked with chop shops, which fits with the living guy that you met. The Newsnet says he left his estate to a psychiatrist. Maybe find out who his psychiatrist was will give us our next clue. My gut says we can deck into the medical board's records and reverse trace to find this doctor. You in? Punch it, man. Okay, we are going back in again, but first, I'm going to go ahead and start a new video.